Good evening to you, Christine. Chief Reed wore many a hat, the common thread, a commitment to helping others. This foundation, this scholarship, the Chris Reed Foundation, aims to do just that. And his family says it's something he would have wanted to do. Till the end, Chris Reed served. He did so many a way. School board trustee, wrestling coach, dad, Kemah's police chief. He did so, says wife Jana, because that's who he was.
There's so many lives he touched that we weren't even aware of.
Many of those lives, young adults in need of direction.
Someone came to me after the service and said if it wouldn't have been for him, I would have never went back to college.
It's been over 4 months since fate forced the Reeds to say goodbye. Chief Reed fell off of a boat back in June, got caught in the wake of a passing vessel a couple miles from the Texas City dike. Reed was 50 years old.
It's been very hard. It's been very hard. It's a struggle every day.
Hard as that struggle was and continues to be, the family says it's not grief that's guided them. It's Chris Reed's spirit, a giver who served his community many a way.
Thank you all so much for being here. And
that's why they gathered Thursday. Jana, daughters Logan and Alexis, friends too, to announce the formation of the Chris Reed Foundation, a scholarship program.
Just is about helping someone who maybe doesn't have the best home life, who couldn't necessarily afford their cap and gown or their senior pictures. That's what we want to do. We want to help those who need that little push.
A life of service that lives through his children and many others who now walk in Chief Reed's footsteps.
I can only imagine what he did out there, and I mean, he touched so many lives. It was truly awesome, and it's kind of intimidating to carry on this legacy, but I know in my heart that I will be able to with him inside me.
Strong young lady there. That's his daughter. And if you'd like to learn more about the Chris Reed Foundation, go to my Facebook page. I've included a link there. We'll also get it up for you on our website, click2houston.com. We are live tonight in Kemah. I'm Brandon Walker, KPRC Channel 2 News.
A wonderful honor, Brandon. Thank you.
You did the family proud, Brandon. Thank you.
Certainly.